Hey guys, today I'm gonna be making something for myself, but really it's for somebody on the internet because they said they won't stop until I make this. Today I'm gonna be crocheting a skirt, and it is my goal to get it done by the time I go to the beach by the end of this week. Wait, it's actually before the end of this week. I got my yarn and I got my sticks, so let's get started. I'm really sorry guys, but we are going to be playing yet another game of yarn chicken. I'm working on the waistband right now, and for my past like 4 or 5 or 6 projects, I've used 100% acrylic yarn, but right now we are using 100% natural fibers. This is gonna be 100% linen, and this is like a wool cotton blend, I believe. Right now I'm working on the waistband with a 3.25 millimeter hook. So this project is definitely gonna turn out to be a different vibe than my other ones because it's gonna take a little bit longer. Here's a little swatch of what the waistband is gonna look like. I'm just gonna do this all the way around until obviously it fits around my waist. Let me wrap you guys up into my vision. After I finish my half double crochet ribbed waistband, I'm gonna make a transition into the skirt by using the same brown color, using a V-stitch in either half double crochet, or treble crochet, depends on how I'm feeling. And then I'm gonna do a row of single crochets. And then I'm gonna move over to the white linen yarn, and I'm just going to build straight rows before I start increasing to eventually turn it into like a mini ruffle skirt. I haven't quite yet figured out the stitch I want to use. I'm thinking either half double crochet, or I could learn a brand new stitch, maybe do like some sort of beachy look, but we've got to keep in mind that I'm playing a serious game of yarn chicken again. But since I don't have the exact amount of yarn that I want, maybe it's not a good time to learn a new stitch. Alright guys, the skirt's done. No, I'm just kidding guys. I did the waistband and I actually did single crochets first and then I did this little square stitch. I said I was gonna do a V-stitch, but I like the square, little squares, rectangles better. I'm just thinking it looks so cute right now that I don't want to mess it up. One row of white has gone on, and at first I literally just did one half double crochet in every one of the spaces, and that was a big mistake. So I undid that entire row and then I did one single crochet on top of the post, 2 single crochets in this space, and then I just repeated that all the way around, and it's a lot better. Guys, I feel like I've been crocheting forever and my wrist is already starting to hurt. If I was using the acrylic yarn, and I've got to say I've gotten used to using the acrylic yarn, it just builds up so freaking fast, and now I'm using like freaking fingering weight yarn. But this is how much progress I made. You see these stitch markers around? I placed 6 stitch markers, and that is where I'm going to be increasing. So for the increases, I'm doing 2 half double crochets in 1 stitch, and I'm hoping that as it builds up I get like these cute ruffles. This is how much of the linen yarn we have left. It's already feeling a little sparse, but maybe it'll just be like a really mini skirt. Can we just take a second to admire this lavender that I picked out of my yard this morning? It's blooming and it's green and purple. You guys are looking at a girl who lost her streak of yarn chicken. This is how much yarn I have left right here. But do you guys see where I did my increases? The reason why I did the increases is because I wanted those like this flowy look to it. It looks so good with the linen yarn. It drapes so nicely, but now I'm gonna have to figure something else out. So I have this yarn, but it's a different fiber, a different texture. It's a synthetic fiber. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. I just have a little bit more of this brown yarn, but I do feel like it'll be awkward if I have just like a chunk of the brown yarn right here. I really wish it could be all white, and I do have this lace right here that I got a little while ago, and maybe I can do something with that at the end. But I don't really know what I'm gonna do right now. Thank you, Max, for holding the light for me because it's very purple in here. Okay, I've done 2 more rows since I ran out of the linen yarn. I did 1 row of the brown yarn and I started with the other white yarn that I have. Honestly, I do not have a lot left of this, so I think I can maybe only do 1 or 2 more rows of this white, but I'm glad I did the 1 row of brown because I feel like it helps transition the 2 colors. It's looking really cute, but I have no clue what I'm gonna do after I run out of this yarn. Like, no clue. So this is the progress I made from last night. I added the brown. Wait, you guys already saw that. But then I ran out of yarn for the white. I have these 2 acrylic yarns, but I started the project with all natural fibers, so it's kind of weird. And I love the way it looks with the natural fiber, so I'm like, I'm gonna mess this skirt up. I thought I was gonna completely flop on this skirt, but it's actually going a lot better than expected. It's very cohesive. I went in with the acrylic yarn, that light brown right there. And then for the very last row, I plan to do one row of this fiber again to end it off. Today's Tuesday, June 17th, and I leave for the beach on Saturday. So I'm definitely gonna have enough time to finish the skirt, make a bunch of right creative decisions. I'm probably gonna take the rest of the day to just chill out and make a little bit of progress on the skirt, and I will update you guys again tomorrow. I just need to chill out. I'm so tired. So tired, guys. Consider me very ready to finish the skirt today. It's so cute. I can't show you guys the back because my whole behind is out. But this last color brown that I ended off with, I also ran out of that yarn. So first I'm gonna see if I have another white to go in with, but I'm also thinking about using this colored yarn. I'm really liking this like sandy beachy look, and I'm afraid that this color is just way too orange brown. It has more of a saturation to it. The days and days keep getting closer to the day that is not anymore. I actually canceled the Fiber Arts meetup that I was originally hosting in New York City, and I am sad about it. It was supposed to be on Friday, June 20th. The thing is, I would have gone in any situation. I would have gone even if the park people kept emailing me saying that I couldn't do it without a permit. I would have gone anyway, even if nobody was interested in coming. And it's honestly a little more than embarrassing to say, but I canceled the meetup because I actually can't afford to go to New York right now, and I felt even less bad about canceling it just because nobody was really counting on me to go. But yeah, I posted it on Instagram, and if any of you were wondering like, why is it canceled? Like all of a sudden, the week of. And yeah, that's why. Sorry. In the future, we'll have more than just a few people interested in going. We'll have like a whole event. Guys, I added 2 rows of this brown, and I think I'm gonna undo it. Yeah, I'm happy about my decision because that means I get to undo this brown yarn that I never really even liked in the first place. Hey guys, I don't even remember when the last time is that I filmed, but I'm just realizing that I am being very dry this vlog, and that's because I haven't been really in the mood to be filming, but we're gonna do it anyway. I don't know if I even told you guys, but the skirt is finished, and now I just have to block it. When I put it on, it's very stiff at the bottom. It doesn't drape very nicely. I left the stitch markers on the project. I'm gonna water block it, and when it's drying, I'm going to shape the ruffles just so they don't, you know, completely lose its shape and it just lays flat. Let's do some water blocking. Oh, and by the way, I did my laundry yesterday, guys, and I machine washed and dried this for the first time, this sweater that I made, and it literally is like 10 times softer and more flowy. It wasn't scratchy before, but it was just felt a little bit harder, and now it feels like floppier. I don't know, I love it. I have a pattern for the sweater, and a lot of you guys said that I could literally make that. It's just 2 panels put together and then another panel, 2 panels for the sleeves, and I'm like, I didn't make it that way. So the front and back panel are actually one thing because there's kind of like a bridge to make the neckline a little bit more like droopy instead of like slapping 2 panels together. So there's a section specifically for the neckline, and then it goes into the second panel. And then the sleeves are not a panel actually. I'm actually working them in the round for both sides after I do the slip stitches. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that it's not just slapping a bunch of panels together for you guys who are hating on my pattern. But if you want to buy the pattern for the sweater, is going to be linked down below. And I'm really thinking about making an all white version of this, like maybe an off-white. That would be really cute. Anyways, let's go block the skirt. Blocking cam. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of detergent in there. Yeah, this is definitely gonna drape a lot nicer when it's done. I'm just very gently pressing on it. I'm not wringing it out and stretching out the fibers. I'm just squeezing it without stretching anything out. Because the goal is not to pull on the stitches, but to just, you know, get as much water out as possible. So right now, I'm gonna find where the stitch markers are placed, and I'm gonna look for the increases. And I'm just gonna lift up where the ruffles are, so it dries in this way. Wait, but I'm gonna need to do the other side. How am I gonna do the other side? Maybe I should actually do it like this. I think maybe this is smarter. I ended up laying it flat anyway. Tell me why what? I'm inside just sitting here waiting for this to dry when it's the hottest day of the season. Scorching freaking hot, guys. All right, now we wait. While we're waiting, want to make a smoothie with me? I just checked on the skirt and I realized that the waistband definitely stretched out a little bit. So I'm going to do a foundation single crochet for a drawstring. We're getting into a drawstring action, baby. And by the way, my thumb on my right hand really hurts because I slammed it in the door. And I have this cutie little nail polish on and it's probably purple underneath it. I slammed my finger really hard. I'm just gonna crochet through the pain. Drawstring is done. I hope it's long enough because I didn't really compare it to the skirt. I'm really hoping the skirt is dry now. I'm gonna go check on the skirt and I hope it's dry because I really want to be finished with it. I want to move on to my next project already. I'm just over it. I'm over it. Whoops! The skirt is not dry yet, but I still brought it back inside because I'm feeling impatient and it looks good. And it's obviously like draping nicer at the bottom. It's falling down instead of like sticking, I don't know, like staying in place. I just finished weaving in the drawstring and I gotta tell you, if I did not use the same color as a waistband, this skirt would be cooked. Or at least the drawstring would be cooked. Because I weaved it in so unevenly because these spaces are so freaking tight compared to the thickness of the drawstring. And I didn't want to weave it through these spaces right here because I feel like it's a look. I wanted the spaces to like have their moment. I think it's time to try it on. I'm gonna weave in this last end and then I'm gonna try it on for you guys. Final damp reveal because the skirt is definitely still really damp. Ooh, drawstring, yeah. Oh my god, the dampness of the skirt feels so good because it's like, it has a cooling effect. But look at this drape, you guys. It's actually flowing at the bottom instead of like sitting like this and like moving like this. It has a little move to it. Okay, I'm obsessed. I love the subtle spacing right here. Even though I ran out of yarn and I had to get a little random with the colors, it doesn't look random at all. It looks very cohesive, very cute. And literally you're gonna catch me later this week at the beach. I'm gonna be at the beach for the week. Oh my god. With this linen yarn that I used, I also made a bikini top. And this bikini top I'm about to show you, I did a tutorial for it. It's on my channel right now. And that's originally why I used the linen yarn, is to match it with the bikini. I don't know how I forgot this. Let's put on the bikini top. At the moment, I have the cutest matching set on my hands. I got a matching set on my hands. I got a matching set on my hands. Okay, that was like the most uncute thing I've done in this video. But you can't tell me that you can't imagine me walking on the beach right now. I'm walking to the beach. I'm walking to my local coffee shop and I'm like, hello, can I please have a 16-ounce iced macadamia latte, please? Can I have one of those shots decaf and one of those shots regular? Because Lord knows I don't need full caffeinated espresso, okay? I just love me a macadamia nut latte from this specific cafe at the beach. But this is the final reveal of the skirt, obviously. I love it. 20 out of 10, especially for my first time making a skirt like this. I love the colors. I love the material. I love the drape. I love the ruffles. I'm obsessed with it. But on that note, thank you so much for watching my boring crochet vlog tutorial for the self-tie bikini top with this little bead, this little charm in the middle. It's gonna be on my channel, but it's also gonna be linked down below if you want to buy my pattern. That's also gonna be linked down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Soon I'm gonna be doing a little video responding to my comments. And it's pretty normal for me to respond to most of my comments, but if you've been realizing that I haven't been responding to as many comments as I have before, it's because this video is gonna be loading. I haven't filmed it yet. I'm waiting for some more comments to come in. I'm gonna be responding to the good, the bad, the nasty, the loving, everything. I'm responding to everything. So leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, ask me a question, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Let's go to the beach. Time to time, I'ma hit the gas and ride the bitch. We driving real fast in the GT3 on us.